I would like to invite now Rabbi Charles Savenor, Executive Director of Civil Spirits. Rabbi has decades of experience in education, leadership, and interfaith relations. He will bring today his own perspective on what's happening. Thank you, Rabbi. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And also thank you to Cam for making this happen. Alon, I heard you speak in New York just about a month and a half ago, and that event was really inspiring. I assumed for the Cam event it would be really mainly members of the Jewish community, and I was deeply inspired by the diverse group that was there that was attacking not just hate towards the Jewish people, but to all people. So thank you for the work that you're doing, and thank you to everyone for being here today. Shalom. I have to admit, when I got the invitation to participate earlier this week, I was a little bit surprised. I'm not from Sweden, and I'm not Muslim. And for a moment, I knew I would participate as a member of the rally, but in terms of words to share, these two big things were something that I really considered. But in terms of not being Swedish, I was reminded of the words of Rabbi Joachim Prince, who said that neighbor is not a geographic term, it is a moral concept. And in terms of not being Muslim, I go back to something that Eitan mentioned earlier, right? That our roots are common, right? That we are really all connected, whatever religion we are today. We are all the children of Abraham. And I just want to take a moment to reflect on our common roots. What does that really mean, right? Abraham in the Torah, in the Bible, is described as the Ivri, which gets translated today as the Hebrew, but it's not an accurate translation. Ivri in the text of the Bible means one who crosses over. So it brings us back first to geography, which is that Abraham crossed over rivers to go from Mesopotamia in order to get to the promised land. But there's another interpretation that really speaks to me in terms of where did Abraham cross over, is that Abraham separated himself from the rest of the world with an outlook, a unifying outlook of what the divine means, and also a unified purpose that inclusiveness could be shared by the whole world itself. It wasn't about Abraham's family. Abraham's family was the world itself. So what we're doing here today, Jews, Muslims, Christians, Americans, people in the Middle East, people in Europe, Red Sox fans, Yankees fans, whatever our backgrounds are, whatever the things that we think that divide us, the fact that we come together here today on one platform with one message is sadly the exception and not the rule. The work that we do with Civic Spirit, which is to provide training in civic education to day school, is a multi-faith organization. And the reason for that is that we believe that not one community can change the world on its own. It's an enterprise that we all have to be partners in, that we all have to walk together, march together, cross over rivers together. And as also been mentioned for the Jewish people, today is the 9th of Av, where we mourn the destruction of the temple. But in our tradition, this mourning of the destruction of the temple isn't about a building being burned. And also we'd say scrolls being burned. It's about what were the missed opportunities that our people experienced, where they didn't unify to protect themselves, to protect their community, to protect their country, to protect the world itself. There were failed opportunities to inculcate, to promote respect, responsibility, and community. And in our Jewish tradition, we mourn that as much as the loss of the temple itself. So, friends, in conclusion, it may be too late for us to fix the past. We cannot undestroy the temple. We cannot unburn sacred texts that were burned for whatever reason, not just in the recent past, but in the far past throughout history for whatever reason. But it's not too late for us to start to build something better, stronger, more unified, more visionary for us and for our children and generations to come. And I wish you all salam and shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi. It was wonderful to hear what you had to say, and thank you very much.